Was there ever a time when you're like, I got to do this again? Was it ever annoying for you, or is it always exciting and always something that you wanted to like kind of go all in on?
See, so archery, I mean, even though it's been since day one, it's something I've always loved to do. I remember growing up, archery being life, hunting being life. You know, my dad shot a bunch of local tournaments. It's a passion he's always had, and he always drug us out in the woods with him. But it's something me and my dad just shared that passion. We did everything together, spent all that time together, and being around it, I mean, heck, from the time I could shoot a little stick and string with suction cup arrows, little plastic bow, launching them in the driveway, running back and forth, pulling the arrows, grabbing the arrows, picking them up, just shooting them nonstop, to getting my first compound, and my dad taking me to 3D shoots, everything else, and killed my first deer with a bow when I was 7 years old. I mean, I've been hooked for life. It's something I don't know what I could do without it. I mean, I don't think I could function without archery in my life at some point in the day. I don't think archery's ever been a burden in my life. Granted, the tournaments get a little overwhelming, and that's a little different than getting to go hunt and everything, because it's stressful. The tournaments are, I guess you could say, they're almost to the point where it got turned into a job. So now I'm kind of stepping back and trying to change my outlook of it, just so I get back to where I love doing it every second of the day.
So there goes Garrett. An 8, and it goes to Justin. There it is, right smack in the middle. And Garrett Ayersman, who was our guest on ASA Daily yesterday, because he was the known pro leader, is able to hold on to that lead and come away with the win.
Yeah, well-deserved win, too. He shot strong all weekend, yesterday, today, and in the shoot down. Like you said, come in number 1, left number 1. Can't get any better than that.
Probably one of his biggest wins in his young career, I would have to think.
Yeah.
A very talented youth shooter, and now working in as an adult.
There's days now where like I said, it gets stressful. You know, the level of competition now from back then is night and day difference. But you set those goals and you keep pushing towards what you want, and if I can keep it fun, it's something I'll do my entire life. When it comes back into the tournament season, it's daylight to dark dang near, and it's from the time that store opens. If I'm not out practicing early, I help from 10 o'clock till the time we close at 7 o'clock through the weeks, and it's 10 to 5 or 10 to 4 on the weekends. Busy season's so overwhelming. People are like, oh, you get to shoot all day, every day. That's not the case. I make time to shoot every day, whether it's late in the evenings, early mornings, mid-afternoons. We get a little bit of a slow break, but you know, we get guys in and out nonstop all day. If I go down and start to practice through the day, you get stopped. I like to shoot at least 100 arrows a day, depending on, you know, 3D tournaments are a little different. If that's all I'm shooting, it's 20 arrows for a tournament per day. So if I get 30 to 50 arrows in, as long as the solid practice is good and I'm not working on anything, I bounce back and forth doing that, working on bows, selling bows, setting them up, tuning, like you name it, we do it. And now this time of year, getting back into the beginning of it, my parents are expanding, they're changing our showroom, doing things like that. So it's not all shooting, you know. It's not that I get to spend all day, every day in the range behind my bow, but unless I make the time to do it. There's a lot of nights that I go from 7 o'clock when we close. I don't come out of the shop until 10 o'clock at night sometimes midnight. Things aren't working the way I want them to. If I feel like I'm doing something that's off, it's something that I gotta sit there and make myself work through. It's not something I can actually put down, like, I'll come back to it tomorrow, because like the guys I compete against, there's no room for error whatsoever. I mean, it's just, the level of competition nowadays is just unreal. And if you don't put the time and work in, you're not gonna be there. I'm Garrett Ayersman, and this is the Elevation Pro Series.